The chatterbox. Now, you probably already have encountered this type of person in your company before. Now, normally a chatterbox is someone who loves to talk, and I mean a lot of talking. Now, this person will most likely just want to talk to you about their weekend, what they did on their vacation or their holiday, maybe something with their family, something what their kids are doing. Sometimes they just like to ask you questions, but they'll most likely do most of the talking. Now, of course, depending on what type of person you are, you may be okay with a chatterbox, someone who likes to someone who likes to talk a lot, which is fine. But if you're someone who does not like a chatterbox, always best to have one of these handy. So at least it gives the message like, okay, I'm concentrating on something, or I'm listening to something really important. Please don't talk to me right now. Best of luck with that one. The skyver. Now, this type of person, which I'm sure everyone here has already experienced one time or another, whether you work inside an office building or you work for a retail store like a supermarket or a shopping centre, you probably have already counted this type of person. Now, a skyver is someone who tries to avoid doing any work at all costs. Usually, they will have some sort of reason not to do a certain work, but most of the time, when your section, your department is getting really busy, like if you're inside an office building, you have multiple phone calls, lots of assignments that need to be done or paperwork that needs to be completed, or if you work inside a retail store or a supermarket, you have lots of customers. A skyver will usually disappear during this time. Now, normally you would normally find them in some place like the staff room, the canteen, or the break room. So many options there. Or sometimes they will even hide out inside the toilets or the bathroom until everything starts to calm down. A morning person is someone who arrives to work extremely early, maybe an hour or even 2 hours before their shift is supposed to start, and they are very happy, very cheerful, and very excited about coming into work, no matter what day of the week it is. Bit strange, isn't it? The snitch. Now, be very careful of this type of person. A snitch is someone who looks for a mistake that you or maybe a member of your team has done, and they will report you to a manager or to a supervisor. So, be cautious. The brown noser. Now, a brown noser is normally someone who tries to compliment or tries to be noticed by a manager or even a supervisor. So if a manager comes up with a good idea or even a bad idea, a brown noser would be someone who would accept whatever they said and be like, oh, well done, sir, well done, brilliant idea, wasn't it a fantastic idea? And they do this to make sure that they are noticed by the manager. The workaholic. Now, this one is very common. A workaholic is someone or even a group of people who work extremely hard or work extremely too much in order to make sure a project or one assignment is completed on time. Now, normally, sometimes a workaholic can be a good thing or it can be a bad thing. The bad thing is it can actually damage your health because you're putting on too much workload and you might not be getting enough sleep. So if you're a workaholic, which is really good, but just try to be careful. Now, a surfer is normally someone who is always on the internet, no matter what time it is, no matter what they're supposed to be doing, and they're supposed to be doing research, which I doubt it. So a surfer is someone who is normally online on their computer or on their phone. The anti-chatterbox. Now, this is the opposite of someone who is a chatterbox. Now, chatterbox, in case no one remembers, is someone who likes to talk a lot. Well, the anti-chatterbox is someone who doesn't really talk that much and tends to keep things to themselves, and they prefer to just carry on with their work. Now, a socialite, during the working hours, they may seem like just a normal person coming in, doing their job. But after hours, if someone recommends going down to the bar, going down to the pub for a quick drink or two, this person will come to life and say, yeah, come on, let's go for it. And they normally become the life of the party, drinking a lot, talking a lot, singing, dancing, and also just become a fun person. well, outside of work maybe. Now, in every company, there is always one person known as a worrier. Now, the worrier is someone who is quite nervous, or they're not really sure about not only about themselves, but maybe about the work that they are doing. They might also try to get reassurance from from other members of staff to make sure that their work looks okay. They want to make sure everything's fine before they pass it on to a manager, or before they even talk to a client or even to a customer.